Hello and welcome. So in this video today, we're going to be doing what everybody's been waiting for. We're going to take a look at what this RTX 5080 in the Omen Max 16 for 2025 has to offer. And of course, in kind of unusual fashion for me, I've picked up the Oblivion remaster here that was released just the other day. And generally don't do things like this because I don't like paying for games again and again, but this was one game that I really enjoyed and I put lots and lots of hours into, despite not having finished the game. So perhaps with the new graphical update and with the modernization of the combat system and improvement, I'm hoping that it'll be a much more enjoyable experience here. So what I'm going to do in this video here is I'm going to be playing this game. I'll let you watch as I play a little bit, and we'll jump into different sections here and show you some of the gaming benchmarks as well as the synthetic benchmarks that I've done on this particular PC in 2025. I'm very impressed with this laptop, much more so than I ever expected to be. When I tested the HP Omen 17, I really liked that laptop, but there was a few things that just really kind of got on my nerves with that. I believe HP has addressed all of those things and just made it so that this machine is kind of hard to resist. If you're looking for a 5080 laptop, this is going to be a very good contender, particularly if you keep a lookout for the sales that HP loves to run on their HP store. And many of you have also asked for me to, hey, can you just show us more actual gameplay for the benchmarks rather than just the charts? Well, in this video, I'm going to attempt to do a little bit of both, and I hope you guys like this format. But before, I want you to take a look at the synthetic benchmarks that I've run here, which includes stuff like the Geekbench GPU benchmark. We've done a few other GPU benchmarks as well, some synthetics, so you can see what that looks like. Of course, 3D Mark is in there as well with Speedway and all of the other benchmarks there. So please do take a look at those, and we'll be back in a few moments here, and we'll jump in and I'll talk about how is this game performing, what mode am I actually running in, is there anything new with the 5080 that really warrants buying if you already have a 4080 or a 4090 laptop for that matter, because that's going to be one big question that I've had, and I'm sure many of you have as well. Is it worth upgrading? Is it warranted, considering considering the price tags and everything, and considering the deltas between the 4000 series and 5000 series? We'll be doing other dedicated videos on that topic, but for now, so let's jump right in here. We'll give you a look at some of the synthetic benchmarks. We'll be back in a couple of minutes and we'll talk about this particular game, what mode I'm playing in, and the power levels that I'm running on this 5080 with this game in ultra mode. We'll also look at the settings here as well, so you guys can get a peek. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the synthetic benchmarks that we just took a look at with the HP Omen Max 16, and as you can probably tell, or maybe not, this laptop is running nearly silent. The fans are on, they're slightly audible, but nothing that's gonna really affect my overall gameplay experience here. So let's take a look at what settings I'm playing in this game, and I want to talk about the 5080, the actual performance itself. So let me jump in here into the menu, and where is my options, display options, here we go. So as you can see here, I'm running at the native 1600p resolution of this game. VSync is turned off, my frame rate is uncapped. I don't have the show FPS option on just yet. I will turn that on in just a moment so you guys can see. Let's see here. The other thing is we can also say show VRAM to see how much of the VRAM is being used. Motion blur, I've left it off. I'm not a big fan. It's on ultra right now with pretty much everything set to ultra, including Lumen hardware ray tracing and hardware ray tracing mode is set to high. It could go to ultra, but I've left it here for now. DLS is on with quality mode, and frame generation is turned on, and we've got NVIDIA Reflex enabled here. So pretty much all of the bells and whistles you could get in terms of visual fidelity from this game and from the RTX 5080 are enabled here. So we'll confirm our settings. Let's head back here, and you can see in the top right hand corner, VRAM is telling us 0, which is, I don't know, odd. But as you can see here, we're right at about 60 FPS, and you're wondering, hey, what the heck? Why isn't the frame rate higher, or why isn't it going higher? Is it capable of going higher? Well, that's some great questions for this laptop and for the 5080. Let me pop out now into the Omen Gaming Hub, and we'll show you what is happening here. So, and I think many of you will be surprised, as was I. And we'll go over here to HP Omen Gaming Hub. Well, guess what? Surprise, surprise. We're only running in eco mode here, and I'm able to play this game at 60 FPS locked with very few frame dips, or at least that's what you're wondering, right? Well, let's get some more stats on the screen here because, you know, we love stats. So let's see. All right, now I want you to see some of these figures. Look at that, guys. 80 watts, roughly 70 to 80 watts, and we're getting 60 FPS lock in this game with about 23 watts to our CPU package. So about 100 watts or less than 100 watts of overall total package power. Now, keep in mind, the Omen Max 16 claims it can support, or it's designed with the new thermal vapor chamber cooling and that cryo compound, which is akin to liquid metal from HP, of supporting 250 watts of total package power. That means this thing is gonna fly if you want to really push it to its limits. But as you can see here, I can play in almost a nearly silent environment here with 80 watts of power to the GPU, and I'm getting excellent frame rates at 60 FPS. But the story doesn't end there. I'm sure you all want to know, okay, that's great, but what about the new Unleashed mode? And I think that's where things get very, very sweet here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use our keyboard shortcut function, and when you press function you get this highlight. We'll press function P, we'll get our quick access bar, toggle to Unleashed mode, and just give it a second here. The game tends to freeze sometimes, or sometimes you get this weird stuttering. Yeah, so there is this weird stuttering that starts to happen if you change modes when you're in this game. In other games, some games it doesn't happen, some games it does. But if it does, you'll need to basically quit and restart the game. As you can see here, our GPU power is starting to climb. So let me just pop out of the game quickly, and we'll jump back in when it's restarted so we can get rid of this weird stuttering effect. I'm pretty sure this is an issue with drivers and game optimization with NVIDIA drivers. So hopefully in a new future update from NVIDIA that will get corrected. As you can probably hear now, the fans are going insane. You know, Unleashed mode really kicks the fans up. But let me hop out of this game, jump back in, and we'll continue the conversation about what Unleashed mode brings for 2025 to the Omen Max 16. Alright, here we are back in Oblivion Remastered, and we've now set our Omen Gaming Hub here to be in Unleashed mode, which is new for 2025. Our fans are basically spinning at max fans, which is 6,000 RPM. You can probably hear it's pushing a lot of air, and it is quite noisy, but pretty typical and in line with what you'd see from other gaming laptops in the highest performance modes. Around 50 to 55, 56, 57 decibels of fan noise is the figures you're going to see. If you're curious about the other modes, please go and check out my dedicated video about thermal and fan noise testing, as well as power levels on the GPU. And once you see that video, you'll see for all of the different modes I've tested the power levels, what power level corresponds to each mode. As well, you'll also see, oh, what is this? Viper's Bug Boss. Hey, I remember this. Wow, it's been a long time, Oblivion. Yeah, so okay, let's continue here. Let's pop up our on-screen display, and we can see here, you're thinking, oh, well, that's it, 94 FPS. Well, this game has a lot of variability. If you look at our power figures, though, we've got 160 watts of power, and we've got 77 degrees on the GPU and 100 degrees on that CPU package. But keep in mind that this is designed to be able to handle these types of temperatures, because that vapor chamber allows us to push both of these components, CPU and GPU, in this laptop to its limit and keep it there. So we're going to get the best possible power from this CPU and GPU combination for a gaming experience. If you're spending this much money, you want every ounce of power that is available in the machine, and that is certainly the case here. But so let's wander around a little bit here. Let's head to our next destination as we talk, and as we do, basically I'll try to pop up the other gaming benchmarks that I've done. You'll see some charts here in the bottom right hand corner of the screen as I play this and I talk you through it. So having tested all of the other games with the 5080 that's in this laptop, I saw very, very similar results as well. The 5080 has tons of power, no surprise, just like what we saw with the 4080 as well. However, the 5080 isn't, I think, the star of the show here. I think that the star of the show here with this Omen Max 16 is actually that vapor chamber cooler, the new cryo compound, and the way that HP has been able to engineer this device. This is a 16-inch device that is pushing some insane power levels. 250 watts of total package power is simply unheard of. I mean, I don't know the last time you saw a laptop that could do that much power in a 16-inch form factor. I know we were starting to get close last year with 150 to 175 watt GPUs in 16-inch laptops, but we certainly did not have corresponding 75 watts of power for the CPU as well. So HP really has achieved a feat here, and it works quite well. And as you can see here, the CPU temperature is kind of all over the place, close to 100°C, but hey, the surface temperature is totally fine. You'll see that also in my thermal testing video. Please go and check that out if you have not seen it. I have lots of other coverage coming on the HP Omen Max 16 before we do a final and conclusive review video, where I'll give you my overall thoughts about what I believe the HP Omen 16 brings, the Omen Max 16 brings for 2025 for gamers. Alright, so we'll start rolling the benchmarks here. But anyway, what I did see with the benchmarks is that you can really have a great experience with this. There's no game that I saw that wouldn't run at a minimum, an absolute minimum of 30 FPS with ultra settings, or even higher than ultra settings, ray trace shadows, other visual fidelity things turned on. But it isn't, I believe, the way to go with this laptop. If you're looking to get the best out of this, then the overall experience that you're going to have, or the most enjoyable experience you're going to have with this laptop, is to actually try some of the other modes. For example, the performance mode or even the balance mode is actually so capable. And if you want a quiet gaming experience, which, well, may have been possible in a few select laptops with some compromises to FPS in the last 2 years with the RTX 4000 generation, I believe now we're actually really getting up there. And there is a reason for that. There is a big underlying and secret reason for that this year. And I believe nobody in the tech community is really talking about that. I will be doing a dedicated video talking about what is one thing that you must know about laptops in 2025, particularly gaming laptops if you're looking to buy. Let's go and kill this wolf. What's up, buddy? Nice. Oh, poor guy. He didn't last very long. We'll hawk your pelt if you don't mind. Get us some cash, a coin, for some ale, and some rest. Whoops, we don't want to. Let's put away our sword. Alright, then off we continue here. Okay, so as you can see here from the benchmarks are great. Okay, well, I think we'll wrap it up here. As you can see, the game is running quite well. Let's turn off the on-screen display, and we'll conclude here in this video for game testing. So overall, I think the gameplay experience with this, of course, content creation, and of course the synthetic benchmark showing that productivity on this 5080 laptop with any GPU-based workload is absolutely fantastic. I've had zero issues whatsoever. If you're interested, go and check out my other content and coverage of the Omen Max 16. There's a lot more stuff on my channel. And of course, as always, if you like my content, please click the like button, please click subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when there's new content available here. And go check the description below for an affiliate link to purchase this laptop. If you like my reviews and content, if you like this product and wish to purchase it, buying using our affiliate link really helps out the channel and support us so we can continue to bring you more content like this in the future. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.